Hello there. Limitless is a show developed by Craig Sweeney for CBS, and it is a continuation of the 2011 film starring Bradley Cooper as a guy named Eddie Mora who gets this pill that enables him to pretty much do anything. It unlocks the different capabilities of your brain that you don't always have 100% of. This pill is called NZT, and it only lasts 12 hours, but if you keep taking it, you can pretty much conquer the world. Or something. Eddie Mora is a senator now, and he seems pretty satisfied with it, so. When I originally heard about the series, I was really skeptical. I was like, they're making Limitless into a show? What? And then I found out that it's a continuation of the movie, and I thought that was really fascinating, and so I decided to give it a look. And as for a pilot episode, this is a pretty good, solid pilot. We get to see a lot of this new character played by Jake McDorman called Brian Finch. He's this guy who used to be a musician, or he's trying to be a musician, starting a music project. It's not technically a band, as he keeps saying. And he's kind of working a dead-end job as a temp that he's not very good at, and all of his other former bandmates have become more successful than him. And one day, one of these former bandmates has lunch with him, and he gives him one of these pills, tells him it'll give him a little boost, and that it will just unlock everything. And it does, and he starts going all Eddie Mora on everything, and everything becomes yellow and just amazing, and his irises become blue, and it's just all out Limitless all over again. As a show, the way they want this to work is they want it to be a procedural, so it's going to be a cop show, so we're going to have the police, working with this guy who's immune to NZT. I was wondering how they were going to do that. I was like, why is he working with the police? It's like, because anybody could take the pill, and then you find out in the show that he is immune to the side effects of it, which makes sense. And I was like, okay, that's a good enough reason. But in the backdrop of all of this, you actually have Bradley Cooper returning in the role of Eddie Mora, who's kind of behind the scenes, and is being really shady. You don't really understand what his end goal is, and I like that. I don't know where he's going as a character, because we didn't know all of his plans at the end of the movie Limitless. They became a little vague. Now it's kind of similar. We don't really know what he's up to. So it's pretty fascinating. Jake McDorman is really great as Brian Finch. He brings a lot of seriousness to the role when he needs to. They have a lot of unique scenes where he's figuring things out and going all Sherlock on stuff. I mean, let's be honest here, this show is absurd. So if you're gonna do something like this, where you have this magic pill that can give you all these brain powers, you want to have a character that you can level with and that's very grounded, and you really feel at the very beginning of the show that you do understand Brian and you're rooting for him and you're with him. I liked him a lot more than I thought I was going to. I thought he was going to be budget Eddie Mora, but he's not. He's a very different character, and it's really touching to see where it all goes in the story. We have his partner, I guess, co-star is going to be Jennifer Carpenter. She's okay. All of the cop characters in the show have ridiculously overdramatic lines. This is going to make you rethink the definition of the impossible. You need to tell your son that he has to surrender. Not give up, they say surrender. Like, it's so serious, like, they're in a living room, and someone needs to surrender. For a pilot, this is very successful. We get to see all these different things that are the capabilities of the pill that will be able to be used in future episodes. So it sets up the series really well. So I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty impressed by this. I didn't know where they were gonna go with it, and it's a unique take on the material that is going into procedural crime. So we'll see how that evolves in the upcoming weeks. Of course, there are a few completely ridiculous parts in the episode. Slight spoiler, I guess? At the very end, he wants to have his dad's liver replaced with a better liver, and he's telling the FBI, I will work with you if you can move my dad up on the list. I'm sure you got some guy high up there who's able to, pull strings or something. So wait, did you just, knock another old guy who also had a liver problem out of his liver? So did they just kill another random person off screen? I don't know, that's really questionable. Morality and stuff. Well, we're talking about Limitless, a series about guys who take pills so that they can become rich and kind of manipulate the world, so I don't know if morality really falls into play here. All in all, it was pretty good. I'm gonna try to watch future episodes when they're released, and I think it's worth a look. I'd give it a solid 6 out of 10. It's a pretty average, cool thriller show. So check it out, let me know what you think. Leave in the comments below. Did you like the Limitless pilot? Do you think it should have just stayed a movie? Are you just still confused as to why we even have a Limitless show? It doesn't matter, just drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, you can click the subscribe button up above, or you can click any of the links below to check out any of the other videos I've done. And as always, I hope you had a great day, and have a spectacular tomorrow.